In recent days, two stories have stirred up the Formula One paddock and given us good reasons to pay attention to what's coming. The first involves the Brazilian Felipe Drugovich, who appeared with a curious detail in an advertising campaign and reignited talk about a possible seat with the future Cadillac team in 2026. The second confirms something many fans wanted to know. Max Verstappen will indeed remain at Red Bull after the end of next season. In this video, we'll explain both calmly, full context, the behind-the-scenes that fuel these stories, and what each piece of information could mean for the future of the category. Felipe Drugovich and the Cadillac buzz. Drugovich recently appeared in a campaign for the Brazilian watch brand ACK. The attention wasn't just about the ad itself. Images showed the driver wearing a helmet with Cadillac prominently displayed. That detail revived chatter about a possible seat with the American team debuting in F1 in 2026. The helmet isn't new. Drugovich has already used it in endurance events, where he represents Cadillac. Even so, the timing of the campaign and the visibility of the name raised questions among fans and analysts. Coincidence or not, the topic picked up steam again in the paddock and on social media. The noise grew after journalist Luis Vasconcelos of Auto Action reported that Drugovich is among the leading candidates for Cadillac's 2026 F1 lineup. According to him, Mick Schumacher, once a main contender, has been ruled out. The dispute would now involve names like Sergio Perez and Valtteri Bottas. In Bottas's case, international sources suggest he already has a deal well advanced with Cadillac, awaiting only official confirmation. Even so, Drugovich's name remains strong behind the scenes. With the team's debut approaching, it's clear the Brazilian is at a pivotal moment in his career. In a recent interview with Band, he addressed the speculation about Cadillac's possible 2026 lineup. Without confirming anything, he sounded optimistic. Months ago, the candidate list was long. Now only the strongest remain, and his name is still among them. He said he's pleased to still be in that short list and implied this is a moment for caution, but also expectation. According to Drugovich, it all now depends on the team's internal decisions. The comment reinforces that, even without an official announcement, something is in motion and he's watching the next steps closely. The watch brand ambassadorship also raised his profile. For a driver still seeking a full-time F1 seat, partnerships like this are a useful thermometer of market acceptance. The helmet with Cadillac in the campaign only amplified discussion about his potential future in the category. Even without confirmation, the factors surrounding Drugovich, Verstappen stays at Red Bull. While the grid's future begins to take form, another story also made headlines. Max Verstappen has decided where he'll race in 2026, and it has direct impact on the wider market. After much speculation, the confirmation came straight from the source. Verstappen will continue with Red Bull in 2026. The statement was given by team advisor Helmut Marko, who said plainly that the Dutchman remains with the team beyond next season. That ends the rumors linking Verstappen to Mercedes, especially after internal changes at Red Bull. His stay underscores stability in the project, even after the departure of Christian Horner and the start of a new technical leadership. The arrival of Laurent Messies and other technical shifts raised questions, but Verstappen said the internal environment remains solid and his confidence in the team is intact. Red Bull, for its part, signals it will keep betting on stability to maintain high performance. This renewed commitment reinforces that, even during a transition, the Austrian team remains one of the most organized forces in F1. Verstappen already had a contract with Red Bull through 2028, but there was a performance clause that could be triggered if the team stopped delivering consistent results. That possibility fueled rumors of an early exit, especially after the internal crisis earlier in the year. However, sources close to the team say the clause was not activated, and Max remains 100% committed to the project. Red Bull adds that confidence comes from the certainty that the 2026 car, under the new technical regulations, is being developed with full focus on Verstappen's driving style, another factor behind his decision to stay. Market impact for 2026. Verstappen's confirmation doesn't affect only Red Bull. It influences the entire driver market. Many believe that if Max left, it would trigger a full musical chairs among names like Lando Norris, Carlos Sainz, and even Daniel Ricciardo, spelled Ricardel, in the original Sick. With Verstappen secured, Red Bull keeps its technical leadership and closes a crucial door on the market. It also keeps Sergio Perez's situation as a question mark, since his position remains uncertain. With such a key piece staying put, other negotiations will have to adapt to the new reality for 2026. With Max confirmed, Red Bull ensures continuity at the top, at least in terms of project and technical direction. At the same time, this opens space for other names to stand out in emerging teams. And that's where a scenario like Felipe Drugovich's gains room. While some drivers consolidate their places, others are still chasing the big opportunity, and every detail counts. An ad campaign, a strong result, or even a well-timed statement. In the end, all this shows how Formula One goes far beyond the track, and it's worth thinking about what comes next. Bottom line, Drugovich keeps gaining ground and may be closer to F1 than many imagine. Verstappen, with his stay at Red Bull confirmed, reinforces stability at the top and shuts a major door in the market. The picture for 2026 is beginning to take shape, and every decision now carries weight. So, what do you think of these moves? Does Drugovich deserve that seat at Cadillac? Did Verstappen make the right call by staying? Comment below, leave a like if you enjoyed the content, and subscribe to Volta Rapida to keep following F1 clearly and without fluff. See you in the next video. Your turn. Drugovich to Cadillac. Real shot or not yet? Verstappen staying, right call? Drop your take below and subscribe for weekly breakdowns. Best comments get a shout out next video.